second to come up. Okay. So sorry about that. So you crest up over the hill. You see the teacher who's yelling out, "Hey, teach!"
Indigo.
Indigo was. I am really horrible with accents. I don't know why I picked Bruce. Bruce looks up and says, "Oi, so just the 5 of you?" He just kind of shrugs. "Oh well, come on, follow me." And he just stands up and starts walking into the woods. I know that Elise likes to have y'all, or have you work on your combat fighting against each other, but you're going to be fighting Grimm more often than you're going to be fighting each other. At least, hopefully. So, there's been an uptick in the number of Grimm out in the forest. And as we're starting to get near the end of the year, we like to clear it out, just in case any of the incoming freshmen make their way out of here. Was kind of hoping we'd have a little bit more of the class, but I guess you 5 will do.
Yeah, that just means more for the rest of us. We'll have this cleared out in no time.
I like the way you think.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'll allow up to 2 of you to actually make a survival check, so it'd be intelligence plus survival.
Okay,
Let's call, yeah.
So steel and...
Okay, so a D6 and a D8.
Wait, no. 68.
Also, you'd be rolling like this, not using the double
Oh, boy.
exclamation points.
Oh, for the love of fuck. Well, steel just got a -1. So steel...
I got a
Would
20.
be using the double exclamation points.
You need to
You'd also
copy and
need to
paste
use the
what quiz
brackets.
for. Steel got a -1. Is that bad?
Yes, that would be bad.
Steel
Very bad.
Steel just walked up a cliff.
No, I will tell you what that means, but I'm gonna let the other person roll, because maybe they fix you.
1 success.
Yep, that seems correct. Okay. So, as the rest of, or as the group is making their way into, in fact, let me look. You're making your way, and it's getting a little bit slow, and it's a good, let's call it about 30 minutes before you notice anything. And what you notice, just a second, paste, okay. Is the sound of a low growl very close to you. In just a moment while I show you guys the map.
I don't suppose that's somebody's stomach, is it?
Roll initiative. So
Oh,
you know what initiative is, but the way that you're going to roll it here is it's 1d10 plus your initiative score. So it looks like it's going to start with Oren. As of right now, you can only you see a single Grimm looking at you, and you can see the rest of them. Okay. All right. So, I closed the turn order. There it is. All right. So, Oren, what do you do?
Well, he is going to just take a couple steps over here and fire at the little beastie with his bow.
Okay.
He is going to give me 1 sec.
just a quick question, Leo. When we're rolling attacks, are we just rolling straight attacks, then you're doing something with it afterwards for armor and that, or?
Yep.
Okay.
He's going to make a cold shot torso at it, and with his bow from this range, hold on, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's only 4 yards away. It will negate the penalty from that, and he'll just be rolling. Yes, because archery run 1, so he should be rolling an 11.
All right.
Damn.
Wow.
All right. Just roll a single d10. Okay. So you reach back into your quiver, pull out an arrow.
And it's empty.
Well, no. And fire, but while you were reaching back for quiver, it shifted slightly, and so your weight's off, and you fire, and you kind of jerk, and a bunch of your arrows fall out.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
And yeah, the shot, of course, goes very late, and the creature kind of ducks, and then makes kind of a I'm not gonna even attempt this. Makes Jurassic Park raptor noise, and you hear an answering call.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Make a perception check.
Let's say persuasion.
Let's see.
Persuade the Grim.
Do I have advantage for danger?
You know what? Yes.
All right.
This is pretty dangerous.
Yes. So, two successes is great, because that means you notice right behind that one that they are not the only Grim here.
Clever girl.
That there is, in fact, a small Beowulf that was hiding near where that one
How did
was.
that thing sneak up on us?
Well, you guys rolled really bad for your
That's
checks.
a bit of an I got -1.
Yes.
So we kind of evened out.
Yes, which ended up being 0 successes. With that, you catch out of the corner of your eye 2 more Beowulfs.
And now we're outnumbered.
Yes. In addition, you remember those, let's see here. You remember those webbings that he was talking about? You see some over in this area.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Which is so... Wait, so there's a Grim beneath us as well?
Yep.
So I didn't
Yep.
see that because
You-
I didn't have my map scrolled down. Very
Yep.
nearly missed that.
Yep, you guys were surrounded by these Ungu, which also is that thing of you rolled 0 successes. Alright, so is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that hits.
Oh, yeah.
Stop rolling good.
I did not expect that one. So now, so the way I'm going to do this one is you actually didn't...
Leo,
Yeah,
you're
you
doing
went less than.
backwards.
You went
doing
less than.
Yeah,
more
you're
than
doing
8.
less than 8 instead of
Oh,
5.
you're right. Yeah, so that would have been 1, 2. 2 successes, not 5. Wow, weird.
Oh, so 2 successes. All right.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, so you hear a sound out of the corner of your, or like you hear a sound behind you, and you turn just in time to see this Beowulf leap up out of the air and come raking his claws down you, and you manage to catch most of it with your arm, but you can feel your muscles get tense from even just the force of the thing landing almost on top of you.
Oh,
Big money.
oh, boy.
So Steel dives forward onto the ground, like sliding on his knees, and the Grim turns towards him and sees a snack coming towards him. So he lunges forward, mouth open, and Steel puts his shotgun right into the thing's mouth and blows its brains out.
Ooh. Ouch. Tasty.
Yeah, Ungu do not have a ton of hit points. And it's so you that was with your shotgun, right?
Yep.
So as you're leaping up over your head or over its head, you aim down with your shotgun, and while still in the air, you fire down straight through its brain pan, and the thing crumples beneath you, and it actually instantly just poofs into smoke as you use that momentum from your shot to get yourself an extra little flip and land in that like classic three-point stance and just kind of like stand up. Like, what?
You can check to see if they're still in the other room, maybe that arachnid around.
Sure. Make a percent.
Do I get advantage for danger?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on this one.
One success.
Yes. Okay. So,
The 10 for once.
luckily, I had literally.
Oh, actually, technically 2 successes because in the first one, those ones came from the 10s.
Oh, they did. So yeah, 2 successes. Okay. Well, luckily this thing had just moved, and it's coming up over the ridge. It was literally, because you can see it now on the order because I just made it appear. I was literally about to sneak attack somebody with it. Indigo.
I would like to take this dead mother father and beat it with this other dead mother father.
If you mean the one that Steel
I'm
killed.
just gonna grab it by the tail and
the one
just
Steel killed
body
just-
slam it onto the
Remember, they're
wolf.
grim. They don't leave behind bodies.
Oh yeah.
Still just give that
That's a-
shit out of that.
Yep.
That's a great plan that does not work in
Yeah,
universe.
Just turns to grab the tail, realizes his
I
head.
pick up steel and hit him with the monster.
Will still let you.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
sure, why not?
I'm joking. Anyways, yeah, let's.
Well, actually,
By the-
make an effective-
Yeah, by the way, I was not. Like, if you guys want to do silly things, like, just ask. And
And by the way, honestly, still with me.
Oh my god, tag team part. Like, I grab your arm and then I toss you out and you boot kick him.
That would, sure. I don't know how that would happen, but yeah, why not?
It's like I spin you around and your foot catches him on the face.
Even better, you just spin me around and I hold my arm out because I'm not that great at kicking. Pretty good at slashing shit.
Oh yeah. Whatever. It's just for flavor text, though. Let's say it's my regular brawl.
well, no, I'm actually going to give you a bonus. Steel, what's your strength score?
2.
2. You get a +2 to that. You are going to lose your movement action from doing this, Steel, but for your turn. But Indigo will get a +2 to his attack from this.
Okay, so
I'm
it'll
okay.
be jump up from 11 to 13.
Yep.
Ah,
Now it doesn't quite do that many successes. However,
Why do we not? Why not?
because it takes I'm taking numbers off from
yeah.
from because it has armor, but I don't want to like tell you guys what everything's armor is. So
understandable.
Yeah, but it's
Ah.
pretty.
5.
and then it is going to let's go with Orin. What's your ranged mitigation?
1.
Okay. All right. Well, you're not taking 4 points of damage. What this was it spit out. Yes.
Are we working on the system of we're working on the new system of armor, or armor stays until you reach 0? Yeah.
Yep. Or armor
Yeah.
stays until 0. Yep.
That's how it always was in non-combat class.
Right. Yeah. Well, not worry about it. But so you are now covered in webbing, and you are what is effectively, yes, thank you, I was about to for that, and are effectively grappled in place. and then
Alright.
that's going to be the Arachne's turn.
Yeah, because what I want to do is wrestle that giant spider.
Go for it.
Oh dear lord.
All the way, mate.
This was not what I was expecting.
Okay, I got a bonus for that. It's called Clint.
Yep, I know about clinch.
So I'm gonna use that to wrestle this. I gotta look it up.
Now, this is gonna be something. I've got a plan as well. Don't worry.
When the check for initiating a grapple or defending against a grapple maneuver treats the character's strength score as 1 higher than it actually is.
Okay, so that would be just a jump from brawl plus strength to +1.
Yep.
Also, is Indigo a giant?
Yes.
You get a +1 for that, if
Yep,
that's
I
already
know.
factored in.
Yep. Well, yeah,
That would
he's
be-
been adding those into his things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be like 5 plus 3 plus 1. Like, no, 5 plus 4 plus 1, so D10.
Ah.
And D10.
Yep. And you just
But
need.
I'd also like to add my semblance into that account.
What does your semblance do?
It's a heavyweight champ. It adds a +1 to brawl semblant. It receives a semblance bonus to next brawl-based attack. A check.
A brawl-based check. Then yes. Okay.
Yeah, and it also makes him harder. It gives him defense against being moved, like movement-based attacks, like pushing him around.
Oh, that's actually going to be really useful because so normally this wouldn't be such a big deal. In fact, it's the semblance that's actually going to make the difference here. Because of how much big this Grim is from you, normally grappling it wouldn't stop it from moving. It does other things to it. It'll like a thing that you can do, but it would be able to still move with you on it without having to even make any checks because of how much bigger it is than you. However, with heavyweight champion, I'm actually just going to make a very simple no, it can't.
So basically,
Collapses.
Indigo like doubles up his weights and just jumps on this thing, and let's see how it rolls out.
Yep, and you literally have to just get a single success to have grappled. So yeah, no, you grappled the fuck out of this thing.
It got him.
Just pins it to the
Giving
floor.
it the pedigree now.
Ouchie.
So you remember how earlier you were just saying you hadn't taken any damage? There you go. And this one that Asan has chasing him around is going to run up to Asan and attempt to bite Asan. Asan, you also have 5?
Yep, but remember I reduced its its attack last turn by a fingernail's worth.
Right. I remember how much that was now. Okay.
The true boss fight continues between the sun and this one fucking Beowulf.
Yep, it gets lucky and like I also love that you took it away from anyone who could help you. You're like, no, follow me. The Beowulf leaps up into the air, and you're like getting ready to fire, and it lands right in front of you, raking its claws down your front.
Oh,
Don't worry, you lose.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do lose a couple of those, which I'm gonna do these backwards there.
I think it's a bit weird because I think the re-rolled 10s, ones that come from 10.
Yeah, it is. So one of those goes out. No, I am counting it. So it's actually it's enough. Like I mean, it's a little bit more than enough actually. So because this is the real boss fight, how do you want to do this?
Back through the forest after the thing just jumped on him. He's gonna turn back, sliding water beneath his feet to make the slide all the easier. As he pulls back, the bow gleams with a brilliant blue aura as he fires the shot of ice straight through both of its legs, all the way through, clean it, and then it falls aside, and as it collapses, it just turns to dust on the ground.
Nice.
Beowulf.
Yeah. So this is an ordinary. How do you want to kill this thing?
I
I
didn't
think
want to fucking destroy it.
the best way to do this is just, get the shield, jam it in its stomach, and keep pulling the trigger until it's been sliced in half by razor-sharp feathers, basically. keep firing until it's in half.
So, from Hassan's point of view, from back here, where there's a little bit of trees in between and stuff like that, he sees what appears to be a cloud of steel just appear around the Beowulf. And as the cloud dissipates, the Beowulf is still there, and he seems unharmed. At least for about half a second, before it just falls into pieces. And as each of the pieces hits the ground, the cloud of steel is replaced by a cloud of black smoke.
And like as he attacks, he's just gonna be yelling, "Stop webbing me!"
Leave me alone.
10-1, 10-8, 10-1, 9. The really fun part is that that second one isn't actually against you. You actually rolled 4 successes with 4d10. And that's rolling a 1. So that's actually impressive.
The first impressive thing he might have done this whole time.
And it was
And clawing webbing off of him.
yeah, I was about to say, and it's
There will
like
be- there will be stories and legends told of how he just massacred this webbing.
I like the idea that like Ketzel now just angry about webbing, because this is also like he wasn't
Second time.
that he's been dealing with webbing, that he's just like goes into like a fury and just like yeah. So 4 successes. Awesome. You're fairly certain that this is last Grim.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the giant T-Rex! No, I'm joking. You go over to where the arrows are.
Enough allies in this,
I trust me, I'm aware.
I've had enough of that.
Yep.
He's a 10.
I like this. This is character development. Alright, so roll your attack.
The last negative one is negated, so that's 3.
Yep. So how do you want to do this?
But my friends aren't in the line of danger. I'm just going to once again keep firing and try and separate the top half from the bottom half.
Okay.
Or maybe see if I can free Indigo, one of the two.
So Indigo is still grabbing around this thing's head, and it lifts up its entire front part of its body, with that just massive weight, and you can see that it's struggling, but it lifts Indigo up into the air, but that means it exposes its belly. Yeah, we'll go for that. And normally you fire in like just a barrage of flechettes, but this time you fire, instead of just in a group, you fire them in a line, and you just watch as this line of flechettes comes out and just takes the thing's head straight off.
Well, that was pretty satisfying.
Oh, it's finally dead?
It is.
Indigo just drowned.
It literally had 1 hit point left after that earlier attack. I was like, someone put this thing out of its misery.
Well, if I handled it then, I was just gonna say, why don't we all just walk up and Persona style, just like all at once?
All out attack.
Pretty much. Like, this is
I
the whole.
kinda just... As
Yeah.
it poofs, Indoko kinda just falls on the ground.
Yeah. If I can tell you, if Indigo hadn't been low on hit points when it dropped down to 1, I would have just let it be dead and gone like, oh, it didn't have quite as many hit points as I said that it did, but like you were still in danger, so no, we'll do this the right way. All right. So I would suggest that you guys do, if you want to do any RP for after the fight, that you guys meet up in chat. I'm going to suggest that partially because that way we can end this here and it won't be going too long, and also because that way you guys can earn a little bit more XP. Hey, it's not gaming the system if a mod tells you to do it.
Hey, you might want to cut that part recording. recording though.
Nah, I don't care. All right, so thank you guys. That was fun.
Thank you very much.
I can-
will.
I can already see ways to do this a little bit better, and I will implement those as we go. So you guys were great beta testers.
That was
Happy to oblige. Well, I have to head out, so I will see you all. If you start a thing in the chat, just link me to it.
Will do. It is 20 past 4 in the morning now. Just looking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Night.
Wow.
Good night.
Oh,
Good night.
Liam. Oh, quick thing I